Hi, everybody. It's Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You. And tonight I am very excited to share with you one of the beautiful new yarns for Spring Summer 2020 from Noro. I'm a super Noro fan and I am loving this new yarn. It's called Yukata and I can't wait to show it to you. If you're new to the channel or you're just visiting for the first time, would love it if you would subscribe, and that way you can see when I go live, which I do every week on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So let's look at beautiful Yukata. So Yukata, as I said, is one of the new yarns from Noro, and it is put up in one of their generous, let me turn this light out, one of their big, generous 200-gram barrels. They call these barrels. And it's got 720 meters, which is almost 800 yards. So I love that. Really, really generous yardage in there, which means you can make something very small for, yourself, like a little tank or something with just one skein, or a t-shirt with just two skeins. So I think that's super awesome. Hi, Rita. Hi, Jal. Nice to see you guys. So what is yukata made of? Okay, yukata it's kind of like Tsubami's little sister. Do you guys remember when I did Tsubami? Tsubami was one of my favorite yarns. I think it came out in 2020. It's a beautiful kind of DK worsted weight silk and wool blend. Just lovely. And it was so popular, they came out, they didn't call it Tsubami Light or anything like that, but that's pretty much what it is. So it's 50% silk, 25% wool, and 25% polyamide. So let's talk about what that means. So silk, beautiful luster, very wonderful wicking properties, very light to wear. Same with wool, great wicking properties, breathable, all good. So what the heck is polyamide and what's it doing in my yarn? Polyamide is really just another word for nylon. And nylon has a wonderful characteristic that enhances both the wool and the silk in this yarn. So polyamide is, like I said, it's just another word for nylon. It's actually the basic word for nylon. It's like ibuprofen and Motrin, right? So nylon is actually an owned term. It's a commercial term from DuPont. So polyamide is a very, very stretchy fiber. And when you add it to yarn, it makes otherwise inelastic fibers more stretchy. So with such a high component of silk in there, that polyamide really makes it stronger and more bouncy. So it gives it a nice hand, and it also takes the dye really well, which gives us the intense colors that you see in the yukata that I'll share with you in just a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at you guys. Hello, how are you? Hi, Eveline, Carolyn, Whitney. Oh my goodness, so nice to see you. Hey, Betty. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Terry. Oh, hi, Karen. Gail, how are you? And Kaidi, oh, thank you guys for saying hi. It's so nice to hear from you and, to know that you're there. So, okay, so beautiful colors, a great hand. The gauge on this yarn, on the ball band, says 23 to 26 stitches over 4 inches. Let me just double check that. I think that's what it says. Oh, no, okay. 20 to 22, which is exactly as I would have expected, because that I was thinking when I swatched this that it was tighter. So I started it on a 5. And let me show you my swatch here. I'm going to go ahead and put my camera on. Pleased to report that I have a new camera. So that's super good. Okay, so here is my swatch. I did a nice big swatch. And from this angle, I'm not sure you can tell how it goes, but I did this one at 23 stitches over 4 inches. And you can see it's a soft fabric, but it's very close, okay? Very close together. But anyway, beautiful. And this I did at 22. And this one I did at 20. So all of them are really, really nice fabrics. Can you see how when I pull the one at 20, you can sort of see some light through it? This particular swatch has been steam blocked. You can see it if you're holding it up like that, you can see through it. But if it's right next to your skin, you are not going to see through that. And this is a really, really light and lovely fabric. It's just so beautiful. And this at its native gauge of 22. So both of these work. I think maybe I like this gauge the best. But if you wanted something, I know Morgan often likes things not to have any space between the stitches. So Morgan, you could definitely knit this at 23 and be perfectly happy. So what that basically says is that you have a fairly broad range of options for this yarn. It is happy between 23 and 20. And I did this, it's straight up. I did this on a 5, a 6, and a 7. So really broad range of needle sizes and gauges available for it. So I love that. So let's talk about what is going on with the yarn. So what are my first impressions on this? One, I love this color. Isn't this just the most beautiful color in the whole world? I mean, really? Like, look at that. It's so pretty. Here's the ball. So I think it's just absolutely stunning. Here you can see it right here. Of course, that's my favorite color. Anyway, so if you look, this is a swatch. It's only about 7 inches wide, but you'll notice that the color repeat has already begun to shift. So this has a really short color repeat. And that makes a difference in a yarn, right? In a Noro, how long the color repeat is. So some yarns have a very long color repeat and you'll get large blocks of color with them. And this is one of those, like Silk Garden Light, that has a shorter color repeat. So what does that mean? When you have a long color repeat and you work it in the round, you still get a good bit of the striping. You can see it. When you have a short color repeat and you work it in the round, you don't get the same kind of striping. The color repeat is spread out over a larger number of stitches. So if you want to have more of a significant color block in your garment, you're going to want to do this in pieces. That's one of the reasons that Noro is often shown in intarsia or worked in different sections and sewn together so that you get that big chunk of color, that delicious bite of color all in one piece. So let's see, Rita. Oh, yes, don't you love that colorway? It's just beautiful. Yep, and the fabric is just so nice. It's really a beautiful drapey fabric with 25% wool in there. It doesn't feel woolly, but I do think this would make a lovely 4-season garment. I can definitely see this as a nice transition piece with that silk in there. And doesn't it just take the dye so nicely? Let me show you that again. I mean, the colors are just so intense. I'm going to turn this light back on. The colors are really, really intense. So super pretty, I think. Hi, Polly. Hi, Jane. Gail. Hi, Phyllis. Nice to see you guys. Okay, so let's look at the colors. Obviously, there is this one, my favorite. Where's this light? Maybe I'll turn that off. I can't tell whether it's better with the light on or off. Okay, so this is the one that I'm swatching. I guess in the camera, it's looking to me like this is orange, but in real life, it's not orange. It's a burgundy. It's a warm burgundy. And you can see from the way it's wrapped, you can sort of get a sense of that short color repeat. You see what I'm saying? I can see all of those colors sort of all at once. Anyway, that's a beautiful one. That is color number 8. These are all up on the website, and we do have them all in stock. So fabulous. And this is one of the yarns that's featured in the current issue of the magazine. So if you have a chance to come by the shop for the trunk show, first Friday in August, you can see all of the garments knitted in it. Okay, so the next color that I think you are also going to love, especially you, Rita, is this pink one. So this is a beautiful colorway, lots of hot pink, and then a really pretty sunny yellow and a nice cool brown. So I think that's a very interesting colorway. Super pretty. This would be a fun yarn because of the way the colors repeat, to do in a two-way stripe, either with one skein, with one color or two colors, go down and back with one color and down and back with the next, so you get a striping of a striping. That would be really fun. So I might do these two together. That would be kind of fun, don't you think? Yeah, this is pretty bright. If you have the current issue of the magazine, this is the color that the cover design is crocheted in. So you can see how it looks. It's just beautiful. Okay, so that bright one is color 14. And this is in no particular order. This is color 6. So this is a really pretty green and purple, more subtle, but still lovely and bright. I love that little bit of apricot up here. I think that's so pretty. So this is really nice for you green girls or guys. And then another one that's kind of greenish also is color 7. So the camera is showing this more bluish, but it really is a cool green and aqua and turquoise. So I think this is really pretty. That would be nice. If you wanted to play up on those colors, you could do that, because you see how you have the cool brown in both of them. That would sort of mute down this really bright one, that green. So that's color 7. And okay. This is a beautiful one too. This is color 4. And this is purple, but look at that acid green in there. I think that's so pretty. So this is a really pretty one. Tell me in the chat which one you like best so far. I have 2 more to show you. All right, so that's color 4. And then this one is color 13. And this is actually very fun. This has a ton of colors in it. So this would play well with any of them. This would actually play really well with this one, I think, if you wanted. So do you see that it's got that little bit of hot pink, and then it's got this turquoise up here, that blue turquoise, and then there's a bright green. The camera is not registering this as bright as it actually is. And this also has a little purple in there. Seems like the camera's muting these a little bit. You'll have to tell me if they seem bright in your on your screen. So that one is really pretty. And then this one, I think, is sort of, how one of these is not like the others. I think this one is stunning, but it's so not bright, but I think it's gorgeous. Look at that, with the purple and the lavender and the pink and the brown and the black and white. I think this is just lovely. This is color 11. So look how pretty that is. And that is actually the color that is in this sample that we have. So this is the cover design from the current issue of the Noro magazine. And it's actually a crocheted ruana. It's really nothing but a big square with like a slit in it. So let me show you the shape. So can you see how if you put this together, it would be a square, right? But it's not a square, it has this slit in it. And then when you wear it, it's just this wonderful, easy to wear shape with this beautiful draping lapel. I think this is just lovely. And you see the color, how the colors go in this? You really get a nice, it's almost as if you get one row of each color, you know? But here, look at where you have more length. You can see that you don't even get a whole row of this pink. You just get a little tiny portion of it before it moves on to the next color. So that being said about the color shift on this, it does remind me, as I said, of the length of the color repeat in Silk Garden Light. And I think this would be amazing in entrelac. So if you do it right with the entrelac, you get each of the little squares is a different color. And that would really showcase the way that this yarn repeats. So I think that would be really cute. And the whole time I was knitting it, I was kind of thinking to myself and designing in my head a cute little entrelac shell. I think that would be so cute with maybe a little square neck and, just sort of shaped like this. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be super fun. All right, let's see. Terry says Whitney says they do seem a little muted. Yeah, Terry says they're bright on her screen. Gwen likes 11 and 8. So let me see, 11 and 8. Yeah, 8 is the one that I swatched, which is obviously my favorite. And yeah, 11 is really pretty. I mean, honestly, did I show you this one? I don't think I showed you this one. Hang on. If I showed you this one, forgive me. This is color 5. Look at that. This is obviously, these are blues. And I think this is gorgeous. This rendition, what I'm seeing on my screen, is exactly the way it looks, to my eye. So the blues are really true, and they're very intense. And you've got this little bit of kind of blue aqua here. So yeah, I think this is gorgeous. Honestly, the more I look at them, the more I like each one of them. I think they are beautiful. As far as knitting it's a single ply, like most Noros are. It's a woolen spun, and like I said, it is a single ply. So as you're knitting it, it is going to tend to maybe kink up a little bit, and you're just going to have to sort of smooth that down the strand as you work it, or hold it upside down and let it untwist a little bit. But it feels great in the hand. It is, it's my favorite gauge, right? So a DK gauge, I just absolutely love to knit with. It's just really pretty. It blocks out beautifully. I gave it a steam block super quick right before I got on the air. And it just really does melt into this wonderful, wonderful fabric. Don't you love that? Oh, I love that so much. I think that's super cute. Color 5 all the way. Is that the blue one, Carolyn? Yes. I knew you would like that one. Yes, absolutely. So my blue girl. So there's something for everybody. There's greens, there's pinks, there's rainbow, there's blue, there's purple, and then there's that, really subtle muted one that is, I think, so elegant. So yeah, all fun, all fun. So what I did was, obviously you can see the garments that are in the Noro magazine. I'll show you those, but let me also show you kind of what I pulled from Ravelry that I thought might be cute. Let me first show you the garments from issue 11. Let's see if I can. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay, so these are the garments in Yukata. This is the one that I was talking about that's on the cover of the magazine. This is that giant crochet. Come on now. It's not letting it get any bigger. Okay, so this is the giant crocheted Ruana kind of thing. And they're playing up the orange in it here. So I think that's really cute. Honestly, if it were me, I would wear a hot pink dress and play up the hot pink in that. But whatever you wanted to do, I think would be perfectly fine. It would be really fun. Anyway, it's just a really fun crochet thing. I don't even know what they call it. Let's see, what do they call this one? Augustina. Here it is. Here's the back of it. So I think this would knit up really fast. It does take 4 skeins of Yukata, but it would work up so fast. I love it. You might see me wearing mine sometime soon. Okay, so there's that one. And then I think this is cute. This actually is called an outtake, which means that it had been submitted to the magazine as a sample, but it wasn't included. So it doesn't actually appear in the magazine, but you can get it here online if you want. This is the same color bright, color 14. This is cute. And I think it's just a good indication of how the yarn stripes up. So do you see what I'm saying about the short color repeat? You get small stripes, right? I think this is pretty. Do you like this? Oh my gosh, Jal says, the orange Ruana reminds me of candy corn. What about this one? Does this one remind you of candy corn? I bet it does. That's great. Yes, absolutely. That'd be fun. It would be obviously much more subtle in another colorway, but I think it's pretty. It's just a basic straight t-shirt with this little bit of a scallop at the bottom that's formed by the lace panel running up and down. I like the way the vertical lace kind of complements the horizontal striping. So I think that's pretty. And that one is called Aya. Oh, look, it's called Aya. Tammy, quick, show Aya that she has a pattern named after her. Isn't that great? All right. Yes, you can absolutely play up whatever color you like. And you know what? There's bound to be a color in there that you like. I know it's super tempting when you look at a Noro yarn to think, I don't really like that color in there. But trust me when I tell you that though each color in these yarns is there for a very specific purpose, and they do it to balance the brights. I mean, this one is so bright with that pink and the yellow, but you have a great deal of brown in there, which in the knitting of the thing or the crocheting of the thing, it really does balance the colors out. It's all very carefully put together, the same way that the fiber components are very consciously chosen. They don't just throw stuff in randomly. Noro knows exactly what characteristics they want each yarn to have, and the characteristics of the fibers that they choose for that yarn go in there to create a very specific feel and effect of the yarn. So anyway, you know I'm a fan. I'm starting to gush again, but that's what happens when I talk about Noro. All right, let's see. Yes. Right. Isn't that fun, that vertical texture? Okay, so what else is in the magazine? I think that's it, but this is cute. This is knitted by, this is designed by Knitique Yarns. So that's another yarn store. And I think they did a really cute job here. Look at that. This is a little crocheted cowl. Probably takes 1 skein. Super cute. That's a really interesting crocheted stitch pattern, I think. spoken by somebody who doesn't know anything about crochet. But I think that's really pretty. Okay, so what, oh, you can't see it. Sorry, let me show you. Okay, this is the crochet pattern I was talking about. This is, like I said, by Knittique Yarns, and that is worked in color 11. So super pretty. Probably takes just one ball. And I have no idea how this was made, but somebody who's a crocheter could probably tell me. There's a close-up of the fabric. Isn't that pretty? So I think she did a really nice job on that. All right, so let's look at some of the other Ravelry patterns that I pulled that I thought were kind of cute. Obviously, this would work for the staple linen top. Anybody who thought this was too boring in the Coleman would love it in the Yukata. So it's just the right gauge and it has a nice feel. So that would work. Probably wouldn't need but one skein on this. Yep, most sizes would need just one skein. So love that. I thought this was really cute, of course. Anke Strick, German designer. This is very pretty. I picked mainly things that were fairly simple to let the Noro do the work. You would want to be aware that this would have very, very small striping because I do believe it is worked in the round. But I think that's really, really pretty. And that would showcase the beautiful yarn. Yes, I like that one. Okay. Same kind of thing, simple top down with a little bit of a lace pattern up here. I think that would be very pretty in it. This is called Gemini. It's knit at 22 stitches, and you can make it any sleeve length you like. I like this. I know a lot of times you'll hear people say you can't do lace in a colorful yarn. And what they mean is, I think, really more a variegated yarn. Noro is not considered a variegated yarn. It's considered a self-striping yarn because when you're looking at it, you're only ever looking at one color at a time. So you would have this striping across this lace portion, but it wouldn't be busy and distracting in the way a variegated yarn would be. So I think this is a really nice option for the Yukata as well. That one's called the Kutar Tee by Sari Nordland and worked at 21. So nice, right in the sweet spot for this yarn's gauge. Okay, this is super fun. This is like a bandage top. I think this is so cute. It's worked sideways, and I pull this because I think it would really highlight the colors in Yukata because it's knit in these strips, which are then sewn together. So you would have the stripes going this way. And I had the other one up just to sort of showcase how that looks. So do you see how it's knitted sideways and the stripes work? They work across. So I think that's really, really fun. I knew you would like this one, Whitney. I knew it. I think this is so cute. Let's see how many yards it takes. So she used 697 yards and she made the size medium. And this yarn has 790 yards. So you could definitely do that with that. I think that's super cute. That is, all right. Well, I just closed it, didn't I? All right. I have to open that again. Did anybody catch that? Go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll try to get that again. Not that, not that. Okay. This I think is cute. I love this top. This is an open work. I call this a Cleopatra top, and I think this would be very, very attractive with the Noro colors. Even if you wanted to do this in solid and then this around the neck in the yukata, that would be super fun. I think that's a very elegant and graceful garment. Super pretty, huh? Yeah, I think that's adorable. And this one takes, yep, I think you could make most knitters up to, I think, a 4X could make this with one skein. Love that. This is Heidi Kermeyer, so you know this is also worked in the round. This is cute because it's got two options for the neckline. You could have this little square neck or you could have a V-neck. It's on the same garment, so it's just a matter of which way you wear it. But super cute and super simple in stockinette, so you need to let the Noro do its work. This calls for 440 to, so you could make this in 1 or 2 skeins depending on the size that you make. The smallest size is a 30. Yeah, you could definitely make like the first half of those sizes with one skein. Isn't that fun? Okay, same. This is worked. This takes 690 to 1150. So yeah, most of the sizes you would be using one skein. I like this. I think that's pretty. Reminds me a little bit of the Nantasket that so many of us have done. I like that line cut in, and I think it would be gorgeous in the yukata. Let's see if there are any people who did it in a stripedy kind of thing. So here's something that stripes. Oh, okay, well, maybe not. Okay, but I think that's really pretty. Big Chain Top by Hintermstein, and I love her stuff. You know that, right? This is a maybe. A lot going on here, but for those of you who like things that are challenging to knit, this would, I think with the Noro, it would actually showcase the stitch patterns better than this kind of high contrast kettle dyed yarn. So this is by Boyland Knitworks, Caitlin Hunter. So, whoops. Kind of a cute idea. All right, I like this. Look at how, can you see how, I'm going to open this in full screen. Can you see, let me see if I can open it in a new tab and get lots bigger. I can't really get in there. Oh yeah, I can, there you go. So do you see how there's this, this miter right here and the stitches are angling? That would be so pretty in the Noro because you'd actually see the colors angling. You would see the stitch work much more clearly. And it's reverse stockinette down here, which always looks nice in Noro. I think this is just super fun and cute. All right, that one is called Himmel. Looks like you could do most of these with one skein as well. Another simple one with just a little bit of lace at the bottom. Very cute. Do you like the things with the lace at the bottom? Tell me in the chat if that's your jam. Sumiko, that one's called. All right, and this is Lydia. Super cute. If you like them cropped, I can see you in this, Whitney. This would definitely take just one skein. Here she's made it a little longer, which is also cute. And I want to point out, if you're decide to make this, I want to point out the amount of negative ease that this beautiful young lady has in her sweater. I think it looks gorgeous. You see that? And the little bit of ribbing, it just looks so wonderful. Very cute. So lace at the bottom. Yep. Yeah. I think that's really cute. Okay. You're sensing a theme here. I just think this would be cute in these like, I must have these cutaway tops on my mind. Plus, I did filter on something that would take like a smaller amount of yardage. So I was looking for things that a lot of people could do with just one skein. So Clarky, another tank, super easy, super simple, just basic, right? Sorvet. This is maybe a little busier. Maybe not so much for this. This is a classic. Petri, this has been around for forever and ever. It's a beautiful top. I knit it in linen, and I know Jal just knit that. So that would be really cute in it. Okay, so here's a question. Terry Wood, what are the cutaway tops doing about a bra? So those cutaway tops, do you mean the ones like that? So if you have something like that, you could wear like one of those bras, like a racer back bra that hooks in the front, or you could wear a crisscross bra. I'm wearing a bra that's like just a normal bra today, and I think, I don't know, you might be able to see my bra straps every now and then, but you know, there they are. It's not a huge, I don't think it's a deal breaker, but yeah, I mean, I think a great racer back bra or a crisscross in the back bra is a great option for these that kind of bear the shoulder. So that, we looked at that. Okay, this is a super fun one. We did this as a knit along one year. Very pretty. Great drape on that. I think that would be nice. I love Church Mouse patterns. I think this is so pretty. It's just so basic. Again, it's going to let the yarn shine. And it's got a pretty little cap sleeve. I know that the way they do their stuff, they're usually not knitted in the round, but they are worked to have minimal seaming. So I expect that this is seamed at the sides, but they probably have a 3 needle bind off up there. Very, very pretty. And you have 2 lengths. So super cute. 2 lengths of body and 2 lengths of sleeve. So I like that. I'm actually doing another Church Mouse project right now. So you know I'm a fan. Spring Sorrel. Okay, a lot of people are doing Sorrel. The reason I brought this up for this particular yarn is because of this dip stitch, where you every 4th round, you dip down and you bring yarn up from rows below. That would be such an interesting effect with the self-striping yarn. This is worked in the round, and I just think it would be so, so cute. I might have to swatch this just to see what it looks like. But fun to knit and super cute and popular to wear. The bottom of it is done in reverse stockinette. As I said, I think that looks cute in Noro. So Sorrel is definitely something to consider for that. All right. Sea glass. Now, sea glass obviously is one where you're working 1-1 color work, but you wouldn't have to. So I just brought this up to showcase how a top like this would look with the stripes, with these skinny stripes that the Yukata has. And I think that's really cute. So that's kind of the effect that you would get if you worked one of these tops in the round with the Noro. Cute. another one with a design at the bottom. I think this is cute. This is designed by a friend of Kim Russo, who owns Kim Dye's Yarn. So I think that's really pretty. I like this. Very fitted with the, so that might be fun in the yukata. Simple striped tee. You could use this striping and do it, like I said, the 2 color striping. And this is cute also because you're going to see the shift, the angle of the stripes when you have this kind of a an effect. All right. Here's another simple one. This has got a linen stitch, which is a very nice way to kind of blend. I think Noro looks pretty in a linen stitch because you're bringing those colors up from below and definitely mixing them. So very pretty. And you have a little bit of mitering, so you're going to see the colors angle a little bit. So I think that's a pretty one also. Yeah, that's cute, but maybe not my most favorite. But all right, what else have I got? Classic tee, super easy, same. And then this is also similar with a little bit of leaf design at the collar. All right. So, quick question from, let's see, from Polly. What was the name of the bandaged top pattern? Oh, I know. Let me look for that real quick. Hang on. Recently closed. Hang on. Petal. All right. Here it is. It's the petal halter. Let me show that on screen again. Petal halter. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and if you had one of those bras that closed in the front and just hit a little bit higher on the neckline, you could definitely wear this. I think that's super cute. Are you thinking about making this one, Polly? I like that. Very, very fun. Yeah, this would not take a lot of yarn. I'm tempted to just start this, but so many things to knit. All right, so thank you guys for being with me. I am glad that I had a chance to share this yarn with you. I do love it. We have one more yarn coming in for summer. It's called Uchiwa, and it's very pretty, and I'll be doing that. I have a special presentation next week. I am going to share with you, I have in my hot little hands a set of the Gu Forte needles. So I'll be showing those next week. So that'll be super fun. And I'm excited. So thank you again for being with me. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Talk to you soon.